think you
What's
did.
up, guys? Welcome back to another video.
I guess we started it. Hello, everyone.
Welcome back to WAP.
So WAP, not WAP. That's racist.
WAP.
It is racist, yeah.
He means WAP. Don't cancel Acog, please.
Don't cancel
Welcome
me.
back, everyone. We're going to talk about the wonderful. No, wonderful is a strong word. The recent pre-notice that we just had for balance patch. We have Acog, first time on WAP with an A.
Hello.
And we have apps in audio only because he's in the mountains, but he really wanted to be a part of this.
Yeah, I pretty much canceled everything else I was doing just so that I could make it.
Yeah, he like dished his best friend's bachelor party or something. I don't know, but this is clearly more important than a bachelor party, right?
Of course.
And Acog, if you want to introduce yourself, for some reason people don't know about you yet, but proceed.
Acog. I played this game for forever. I stream on Twitch.
Yes.
That's it. I do YouTube as well.
Yes. And Ziggy is also here, but he's suffering from a very serious sickness called DBD. D. The daughter brought something from, I don't know how I fucked up my abbreviation.
Yeah.
Daughter brought something from daycare and ruined the dad, which is Ziggy in this case. That's what happened to him. Poor guy. But he's gonna be here playing RTA, and then he's gonna occasionally mauled if he wants to by turning on his mic. All right,
Yeah.
let's get started. There's nothing else to talk about other than this patch today. We'll start with the first thing, which is Mr. Oliver getting his pee-pee slapped. Is it enough?
So I'll put out there that I'm glad it wasn't just one extra cooldown. I'm glad that they did something else. The main reason is he's still gonna be picked way too much. The dude, he's still the best 33 lead by probably a significant margin. The main thing is that my thought is he's going to end up a little bit more like Douglas potentially, which is that if it makes him more inconsistent, like, because now if he misses anything, he's got a dead turn, right? Like if it makes him any more inconsistent, he may end up with, like, you know, if his pick rate is that high, but his win rate is, you know, fairly low or lower, then he's still going to be like this weirdly like attractive. It's like an attractive pick that doesn't necessarily translate into win rate potentially, and that's what I mostly want to see. And I think that the damage nerf will maybe help him along in that way, but he's still going to get picked way too much. I'll just throw that out there.
Yeah, a feeler nerf, like because I said this, I think, on the last podcast we had, where like do something to a unit if it's like too weak or too strong, just jab at it until it's like the right form, like the right amount. So I think this is like their first jab and seeing if this is enough. I don't think it'll be enough, because he's still going to be able to rotate. So I'm just looking to my right. That's where I have the screen open. But like from to 6 turns with skill ups, it's at 5 turns, and we verified this earlier before we spoke like idiots. But if he goes S3, absorbs bar, he gets another turn. Then he goes into S2. Then he procs. S3 is up technically.
Yeah.
Correct. That's still up.
So that's how it should work. The main thing though is if he misses that S3, like he's gonna be looking at a 3-turn cooldown on it on the next turn. Like he can cool down one more with the S2, but that means he effectively has two turns now, like from one miss where he's not doing a full ATB rotation. Like one miss is going to make him do nothing for a lot of time in comparison to what he currently does.
Yeah, I feel like even now, like missing skill 3, it can be problematic for sure.
So
like even now,
so
a lot of times it's tough. Like missing skill 2 is not a big deal right now, but missing skill 3 can be. So yeah, you would need some procs.
I think it's. Well, I've barely personally, I haven't had a Oliver that misses that often to not get like that rotation still going. Because like I get that if there's a one res, because I imagine I've seen some Guardian players running their Oliver in the 60s, but if this like not motivates, but pushes people to be ruining him at 85 accuracy, which he already should have been in the first place, and if that's still pretty consistent. Maybe against me, it just never misses, but that thing always lands. So I still think he's gonna be rotating like a madman on you. And it's still, to me, it's still too strong of a 33. But we'll see how the season plays out, obviously. I just hope that they don't wait another 2 months. If it proves to be too much still, they don't wait 4 months or then they don't skip a patch to touch him again. I hope they touch him next patch if it's required.
Yeah.
Which I think it will be. That's all. I'm happy they did something. We'll see if it's enough though. That's my position on it now.
Yeah, I mean, I did want to see the speed lead instantly get nerfed because I feel like that would instantly be the best fix they can do.
Yeah.
Because I don't want Oliver to become like, because of too many nerfs, I don't want him to become like a bad unit that you don't want to pick anymore. Because like if they jab it 1, 2, even 3 times maybe, I don't want it to become like a bad unit and just like a 33 lead, just like kind of Pisama is right now, or Vanessa, you know.
And those are depressing 33s in comparison.
Yeah,
even now
they're like just very hard to use, very rare usage. That's why I just don't like that he's a 33 lead. I wish they did something, maybe even remove the lead. Like if they remove the lead completely, it would like still be a good unit.
Yeah, that was my vote, was just remove the lead. Keep the skills.
If they really don't want to, like, my suggestion was to drop it to like 24 global, but that people said like that wouldn't be able to happen. I don't know why, but like
it's because of the way the families work. Like
I guess yeah.
I think they should just. My vote was always just dunk it and give it to Kashmir, because then Cleve actually has a good option for something that like does something. I mean, obviously Kashmir has his own problems, but a 33 lead on anything makes it a relevant unit. And then Kashmir was already kind of like fun but not good. So
I feel like 33 lead units are tough to balance out in any way, because like if you make it really good, it's gonna be non-stop picked. And if you make it shit, it's like, why does it even exist?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I don't like the concept of 33 leads.
I don't like the concept of speed leads, period, but that's just
Yeah, I mean,
if they just speed leads,
it's true.
I'd be kind of happy. But then a lot of like the high base speed units can.
But like if
kind
they
of
were
dominate,
more, yeah, if they were like more 24s, like if they were like really, really common, it would be better. But just 24s.
But another thing that is like kind of hypocritical of Contours, like they have units in this family with multiple speed leads in different areas, right? Like the Sylphs or Sylphs. I think Sylphs is what I'm thinking of. Where they have one of them is dungeons, one of them is arena. They have 2 of them that are in arena for 19, I believe, Ashabel and Tyrone. And then I think and Shimite, another 24 speed lead, specifically 2 globals of 19. Shimite's at 24 in arena. Not Ashabel, sorry. One of them is for dungeons, I think.
Yeah, the light one, I think.
Beretta is also a global speed lead for some reason, and then the light one is for dungeons, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like they have it all mixed up already, so they could just do it.
Yeah, they could.
They've done it. It's not a foreign concept to them, and that's not the only unit that has like random, like the what are they called? The Paladins. They're mixed between Guild Wars and Arena and Global. Not Arena. I think Global leader skills and Guild War leader skills, right?
I don't.
Yeah, Josephine has a global accuracy.
Yeah, and Jean has global res. Ophelia has Guild War defense. I think.
Yeah.
Louise. What's her name?
Louise has HP.
Yeah, and what's her name? Leona, I think, is Guild War as well. Crit rate, I think it was.
Crit rate, yeah. Crit rate.
So they have like there is Nat 5 families even that are mixed. There might be another one I can't think of right now.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, the pandas are mixed,
yeah.
and they're
Global
mixed. Mixed between types and across. It's like hit points, defense across guild and universal, and yeah, that's true. Yeah, so make that man a 24. The heck, give the 33 to Kashmir. Justice for Kashmir.
I'm not against Kashmir.
And then Kashmir's gonna be like everywhere.
I mean, he would, but at least he's a derpy, hard to build unit that takes infinite stats. Like, what does Oliver take? Accuracy, and then you just put stats on him however you feel like, and he still does it. Like Kashmir is like crit rate, crit damage, accuracy, attack, speed.
At least he awakens into crits. That's good.
Oh, I think he wakes into accuracy, doesn't he, Kashmir?
I think it's crit.
I don't remember actually.
I think it's crit.
Okay, but that's enough about Oliver because we talk about Oliver way too much, and on our podcast, everybody. That's enough, Oliver.
Tired.
Right?
You're tired of Oliver.
We're all tired of Oliver. So that's enough on Oliver. Let's go down to Lulu. Was this necessary? This nerf to, sorry, not Lulu. I'm thinking about Lulu. I'm thinking about my daughter, Nana. Nana. My daughter's nickname is Lulu. That's it. Nana. Yeah. Did she need this?
So despite how often I say they need to nerf Nana, I actually don't really think they need to nerf Nana that much.
I don't agree with you on that.
Like her win rate's too good, but she's still like a very CCable unit.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I take that back. I don't know. Like I typically go by the numbers, right? So like the fact that she has her pick rate and win rate where it's at sort of suggests maybe she needs an adjustment. Sorry about the car. Okay, I'm getting off this road. Anyway, so the main thing is, yeah, she potentially does need that adjustment. The question is did they just cause more problems than they fixed because of the whole Leo Ragdoll situation? Like Ragdoll Nana is going to be insane now.
Really good, yeah.
It's like, you just killed Ragdoll.
Well, I like the Oblivion route against Nana myself, but that's because I take a versatile first pick that lets me pivot into it with very little repercussions, which I always felt was the best way to deal with. If Nana's meta, you should be always considering some kind of way to draft against her that you should have some Oblivion units ruined, right?
Yeah, I mean that's why I'm drafting Isis so heavily right now. It's like a main deck Oblivion. Nice. Well, I'm sorry, but
must be nice.
It's very nice, actually. Now that you mention it.
She got buffed too.
Well, but now you know what you can do. Yeah, she did. She got a -1 cooldown. It's gonna be sick with Nyx for sure. It's actually not bad. But what I was gonna say though is, well, okay, we'll get into this later because of Tomoe, but like they added 2 new Oblivions on support monsters.
Yeah.
One of which is a 3-turn invuln. Like you can draft. Think about this. You can draft, and also now that Shizuka gives you a 2-turn buff from her ability, you can bring Light Undyne, get a single target 3-turn invuln, put a single target Oblivion on somebody, and then Shizuka can both give your entire team 2 turns of invuln, but also 2 turns of Oblivion on the entire, or not 2 turns of Oblivion. Sorry, 1 turn of Oblivion on the enemy team. Like every time she does her rotation, and she can skill cooldown herself. Like Shizuka and Light Undyne is actually going to be kind of insane, I think.
Shizuka is going to be insane.
Very specific unit.
Yeah, she's basically an immunity monster now, like a legit one.
Mm-hmm. What do you think, Eiko? Was it necessary, or you're indifferent?
The Nana nerf, yeah, I think it was necessary. I like it. I mean, I don't like the way Nana works, that she has a stack, starting stack. I always liked Nana before the actual first buff that she got, where she got that stack. I wasn't too worried about the amount of HP that units get revived with. It was mostly that stack, because it's really just strong. But this nerf is actually pretty good. I like it.
It does make her much weaker into CC cleave, which was already her sort of natural predator anyway. Because at 25% hit points, like you can kill her, and then you could potentially kill it again with like a Chung Pung skill 3 or something like that normally wouldn't have done it. So
yeah, that's true.
So yeah, I mean, from that perspective, or even Oliver, who is still going to be around, and Oliver's skill 3, like if you kill Nana herself, and Oliver's skill 3 is going to finish off with 25% Nana, like I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to say she's dead, but I think that might have even been too much. But I'll see. I mean, she's still going to get used, but
Yeah, she's still gonna get used all the time. It's gonna be similar to how Oliver is used. I'm pretty sure. They might be a little bit weaker now, but I think they're still gonna be strong units.
But definitely, well, weaker but strong. But I always found the issue with like even when people were like, "Oh, Lulu needs a nerf. Lulu needs a nerf." It was just like, well, Lulu herself, she's kind of like you need a good immunity cleanse unit. That's what Lulu is. But then you're like, oh, Lulu is strong, but you're not looking at the units next to them, right? With the Diana, Verd, and Taurus, whose their job is just to keep that up, and that's what Nana ended up being in that same argument was, well, Nana's too strong, but they're neglecting the other 3 units next to her, which she's just enabling the RNG garbage of this game. And that's how I saw Lulu at the time, and this is how I saw Nana at the time as well. It's just those units, she's just a carry for the other ones to increase their odds of trashing.
Yeah, it's making it just much easier for those units to survive and to like punish you. You get like double punished if Nana's on the field and Antares kills your stuff. You're getting stacks with Nana. It's just insane. And you can't predict it because Antares can go like as much as he wants.
Yeah.
So it's just tough.
I had a 5 in a row Antares game earlier today. That was pretty fun.
Fun is a term used loosely.
I mean, someone had fun. I don't know if it was me, but someone did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any more notes on Nana? Any more notes on Nana?
No, I think that's it. I think we can move on.
I think so too. Weapon Master Carlos. They changed his skill effect activate. I actually don't remember when I read this.
So
when the enemy dies, increase your attack power 75%. Increase your attack power when the dead by the dead target's base attack power.
Yeah, so it
basically now you get from attack bar from allies dying too.
Yeah, so he's becomes a really good counter cleave. Like you can build him fairly tanky, and then like just imagine like someone's trying to cleave you, and you bring like Nana Carlos.
Yeah,
like and he's tanky. Like the Lucian that just killed whoever is not gonna like. He's a super good anti-Lucian now. Like someone kills him, he just bops the Lucian, and then gets to basically take another turn. I think he is going to be seen as a pseudo anti-cleave unit now. In addition,
yeah, possibly, yeah,
but not an RNG one, which is kind of good. Like,
it's like
these are the units we asked for, like a non-RNG chess piece, or like I call it chess piece for some dumb reason, but like a unit like, okay, this guy's playing this way, he's going to take out a unit. I'm going to place this unit, and it's you know what he's going to do, and he's very good. Yeah, like. These are the units like I've been asking for. This is really cool. I didn't process it till now, or until you explained it, but yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah, I think Carlos is gonna be really cool now. Just in general, like especially because he also becomes, even if you don't use him as an anti-cleave, you can also build him as. Again, I think he's like you can build him glassy, but then he's going to be a Nana enabled unit. I'm actually kind of curious. I wonder if he gets attack bar when he himself dies. That'd be kind of funny.
Yeah, if he plays with
Nana, attack. I wonder.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's gonna work.
Yeah, I don't think it will either. But
I don't. The effect is probably not gonna activate when you die. Yeah.
What do you think? Anything special? Any cool ideas with him?
I don't know. I feel like I don't see him as a too special unit, but I'm
Yeah,
not
I mean-
sure. Like for these weapon masters, I feel like until I see the actual damage, I can't really talk too much.
Carlos, so I used him on like a rage build, just like in PvE. He does do good damage. Like so, I mean, he's like for instance, he may also could work really well in like a single target enable or like a single attack bar booster enabled single target cleave. So like imagine like a Tion Kashmir like Oscar, not Oscar,
Yeah.
sorry, Carlos. I always want to call him Oscar for some reason. Anyway, point being is but like a Tion Kashmir all like fucking A Carlos kind of a situation where you basically enable one killer to then like cascade like a second one, like because that way like you're getting a second DPS like dragged along for the price of like one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that could potentially work. Like there's just lots of stuff there, especially like or even you could potentially do a thing where you like you sequence like an AE attacker into a Carlos into another single target one, and then you basically like he gains 75% attack bar off his own kill, then it's another single target kills one, then he's full attack bar again, then he kills somebody else, kind of a thing. I don't know exactly when you could draft that, but there's like lots of ATB manipulation strats with him that are like theoretically cool. It's just may not fit in the current meta, you know.
Yeah.
What if I build a triple attack light robo? How much? Does,
Actually, that's actually nuts. You should do that.
I need Carlos first. I've always wanted Carlos, but I never got one.
If Robo, oh my god, it actually might be really sick. Just build him 0 speed, just straight up like just bopping people off the planet.
What is the light? Not light one. The water one self destructs as well, right? What's the?
He does.
Did they buff him? I think he was on this patch too.
Oh, actually, you know what? The water one dies twice. He dies, he comes back, and he starts regenerating, but he's alive again. Like you can. That actually is not an idea.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure Water Robo was on this patch. Was he?
No, I don't think so.
I swear one of them.
Oh, hold on. I have the idea. It's the best idea. Okay, you need to draft Nana, Light Robo, Carlos. You Light Robo
Oh my god.
into Carlos killing somebody to get the stack back, and then you just Robo. It just cycles forever.
So what if they ban the Carlos?
Listen, they'll never ban the Carlos. They've never seen one.
They're not gonna ban your main damage.
No way. They would. No way.
Well, you just have to have another. You just have to have another busted combo attached to it, right? Like,
Yeah, you
to,
just gotta. Yeah.
We'll think about more Carlos ideas as it comes by. We got.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't think you have no ideas for him right now, Acog, right? You don't have one, do you?
I have the wind one.
Oh well, we'll get to him in a sec. Okay, Water Weapon Master. Say again.
Oh, nothing. Go ahead.
Okay.
I was going to talk about the wind one, but he's coming up next anyway.
All right, Moist Water Master or Water Master, Weapon Master. Attacks all enemies 3 times. Blah blah blah. We know what his used to be. Now attacks all enemies and stuns for 1 turn if there are 4 or more enemies. The damage increases the higher the enemy's current HP, so it's still HP based, but not max. Yeah, it's not based on max HP anymore. Attacks its target 6 times if there's 3 or less, and deals damage that ignores defense up to 100%. The lower the target's current HP.
I mean that I actually think that sounds really good because you could build him. You could bring him as a follow up as a CC cleave, and then also have an actual damage dealer.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think that made him a lot. Like I don't know. Again, we need to see the numbers, but ignore armor is always typically kind of insane.
Yeah.
And then in addition, like AE stun is pretty good. I mean, it's on an elemental unit, so it's kind of lame, but.
But yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
I feel like he's gonna be like a.
It's the only Nat 5
additional damage unit, where you build him on like high attack and just stack additionals because he's got second skill that's a AOE as well. That's like multi-hit.
Yeah.
So I don't think you're gonna need crit damage for the ignore defense. You're probably gonna kill people anyways, because like that's. 6 hits on 1 unit?
Yeah, that's nuts.
And you ignore defense, so even if you have no crit damage, high attack with additionals, it's probably gonna kill stuff. So maybe like a despair build, because you got like 2 AoEs maybe, or
Yeah. It could be a good way to get well, depending where you throw your despair runes.
I mean,
But
Vi would probably work well as well because the third skill actually stuns, but it would be nice to stun with second as well.
does he stun with S2? Ziggy, if you can hear us, can you show your Liam real quick?
I don't
S2?
know. I really don't know if
Oh, he hears us.
Yeah, Liam is the only Nat 5 I do not have, so I don't get to play with this
Rip.
one. I know.
That's the benefit
Time to
of LoL.
summon.
Going in, boys.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna be pretty cool. His base stats are not bad either, so
Yeah.
I think another good way to use him if you're a cleaver. I think I'm starting to think about this, pretty decent patch for cleavers. If you have like, let's say, a Kali or something that one shots that moves in front of your Liam, just so you can use his S3 6-hit right away. I'm not sure how much damage it's gonna do if they still have like full HP, but let's say you use a Bastet, you buff your Liam. Kali moves first, one shots a unit, then your Liam moves next with an attack buff. Wonder if those 6 hits would be enough to take out another unit. While
I mean, the nice thing is, it sounds like his armor ignore is going to basically ramp up as you hit them. So since it scales based on their current hit points, I think.
yeah,
So yeah, I mean, maybe. I mean, it depends. A lot's going to depend on exactly how hard he hits, because that's going to be actually a really weird balancing problem for them, because, like, it's going to be one of those things where if he does 20% damage, or not 20%, but say he does 10% damage on the first hit, and then it goes to like 13 on the next one, like I could see one shot territory for him. But I mean, the other end of that is if he doesn't do good enough damage, it's going to be like really bad.
yeah. I don't think yet, because they don't say that they reduce his damage or anything. And I think Ziggy's been using him here and there. If he wants to turn on his mic for 2 seconds and chime in on that S3 damage.
Which unit?
Liam.
Oh, it's awful.
Oh, well, there goes that idea.
It's awful now. It doesn't ignore defense right now, but
Do you think it's going to be a good enough addition?
I don't know. I gave him
Ignore
my
armor.
Groggin's runes. We'll see how it goes once he gets buffed. But right now
Nice.
it's
Ignore-
no bueno.
Yeah, ignore armor is just so strong sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, look at Lucian, like basically the most relevant Nat 4 in the game, and has been for what, 8 years, off
Something
the fact
like
that he doesn't, or he ignores armor. So maybe.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see. We move on
Only
to
one problem with Liam. He's water.
Yes, and then Diana just pops you. I wonder if you can
Well,
build him high enough to take out a Diana. I highly doubt it. No way.
now that just means we need to give him a cool nickname and then make a cult around him. Like, because he works really well against LDs, we'll just call him the God Killer, and then we'll just
Oh my god.
bot people. Please, taking signups for cult for a unit I don't own.
I'm gonna have a hard pass on that right now. All right, let's go to the windy one. The windy wannabe.
Win
So-
dude.
I always thought he was good. I never got him to actually test it because everyone tells me he sucks. But I'm like, you don't. When I try it and I say he sucks, then I'll say he sucks. But no, I don't get that opportunity, I guess. Your attack power increases as your HP decreases and attacks additionally, which always had the coolest animation, by the way, the additional attack through passive. Dealing damage equal to 300% of your attack power when attacking an enemy on your turn. So the additional attack is at 300%. This attack absorbs the attack bar by 30% if your HP exceeds 50, and recovers HP equal to 50% of the damage dealt if it is 50 or below. So I'm assuming it's just going to be a damage increase overall rather than, yeah. What do you say?
Like, is this gonna be more like fixed damage proportionate to like
I'm
your
pretty sure
attack
the
power? So if you got like
I'm pretty-
2.5k attack, is it gonna be like 7.5k damage?
I think it will. Like, the way that reads to me sounds
I
like
feel
it's
like
gonna be
it
anything.
is.
It's just gonna be,
Yeah, I
yeah.
feel
So
like
you
it
could
will.
build him, and then you just don't even build him. Like, it's kind of cool because he becomes a 2-stat monster, right? You build him speed, attack, hit points,
Yeah.
and then that actually means you can optimize like really well. And in addition, his attack goes up based on his hit points effectively.
Mm.
So yeah, I mean, he might be really good now.
Yeah, you could build him like a bruiser more.
Just imagine just bopping a fucking, I don't know, like
It's always it's always good when you can build a unit without crit damage that's still gonna do insane damage.
Yeah.
It's so good. Or like crit rates. You don't need to waste a whole slot on that. You can just give him actual stats.
Yeah. So I think this is definitely an improvement for him. Because HP
I think it's gonna
scaling,
be fun.
they
I feel
already
like
have
we might
Royd.
see him in Siege actually.
Yeah. I've seen him a couple times in Siege, people trying to make him work. It's been a bit depressing. But
Yeah, I've seen
I
it
think
too,
now, because I do like that he has HP lead for that. That's why probably the reason I want it, because I want fat HP leads in my draft. But him
And he'll be
being
a
able to scale attack is pretty good addition.
he'll actually be. I mean, not against the one problem is that he's going to get abused probably a little bit by like Antares Juno kind of teams. But to me, it sounds like he's going to be really good into like slow support teams because 30% ATB absorb is like mediocre unless he's hitting stuff that's really slow. So you can build him like, if he's like going 240 and hitting like a 220 ragdoll, like, you're getting a 60% ATB swing between the two, and he's doing like, a third of the ragdoll's health per hit and is tanky. Like, I feel like that's going to be a pretty consequential change.
And because he has fixed damage, you'll be able to hit like fire units and just do the same damage, kind of like Miles.
That's true.
The way he does it.
If it's
so you're
fixed,
gonna always
right?
be able to hit hard.
That's if it's
But
actually fixed, or is it? We think
it should be. It should be like fixed.
Actually,
So,
hold on. Oh, good. Sorry. I was going to say something real quick, though. Is this the first time they've actually thrown out an actual multiplier for damage in a description?
I'm not sure.
I mean, I don't think they've ever like this one literally says in the description 300%. Like, how have they ever done
Of your
that?
attack bar.
Yeah,
I have
well,
no idea.
What I'm saying is like no other attack is like, hey, it's always data mined, right? It's not like Okeanos does, 8 hits for 85% of your attack power per hit. I feel like it has to, I don't know. I feel like it has to be fixed damage based on how they worded that.
Yeah, it should be. It should be. Definitely.
That'd be pretty good if it is. I would like that. I want him
I feel like
do
that's
more.
going to be a lot of damage because, like, let's say you have 2.5k attack and you're always hitting 7.5k at least fixed damage with your additional hit from skill 1. So you're going to be hitting over 10k easily.
And he
on
does
every
branding.
Single hit.
And he does
branding.
Yeah.
And he also, that's without attack buff. So.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
This man
it can actually be good. It can actually be really good.
I wish I had one. I hope I get one.
I feel like it's going to be a fun unit to use.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on to Onimusha. The Karma, again buffed for the 5th time this year. Maybe not.
Yep.
Increases your attack bar by 100% after using this skill. It's not an instant turn, which is good. Because instant turn can be kind of goofy. At least this way you can still get cut, but I think that's a good addition.
I actually think it's way better than. I actually think in this case it's way better than an instant turn.
Me too.
Because
There's a couple of reasons.
You can use it and then sequence like follow-up mobs after it, and then spread all. And then she takes the turn and then can spread all those follow-ups after her own turn.
Yeah, assuming you're properly tuned, which people should be.
Who doesn't speed tune?
Oh, you'd be surprised.
I know.
But yeah, I think that's good. That's a good addition.
Yeah, definitely. I like this buff. I think we're gonna see pretty much all of the Onmyujis with Karma used way more.
Gooey, I love to call her Gooey, is more relevant. I'm very tempted to finally build mine. If I don't pull anything soon, I'll fully skill mine and everything and start whipping her out. I think she's gonna be pretty good.
I have her skilled. It might be maybe just run quad or triple Onmyuji teams.
Why not? Why not?
Because I might, it's the last month of the season and it might suck.
Well, take the bullet for us. Let us. Everyone will too.
Yeah, let us know how it is.
I don't think it'll be that bad, but
we'll see. I don't think so.
That's all we can really talk about. But following up with Tomoe, her S3 got another and well, it's obviously better. So instead of just increasing the harmful effects by 1 turn, she spreads them. So
She
it's
basically,
I think it's way better this way rather than just extending a stun. Because, well, unfortunately, like, for a Nyx team, you can't extend the stun. So it's not exactly a nerf if people want to call it a nerf because you can't extend stuns anymore. But don't lie to yourself and say you were using Tomoe in the first place to extend stuns. You weren't doing that. So that's not an applicable argument here. But her being able to, for example, spread karma, which can be okay. I used to do it with, I did a comp with Nyx, Shizuka, Tomoe, and I would use Tomoe to spread or to apply karma, and then Shizuka would spread it. It was kind of cool, and there would be a 2-turn karma, an AoE 2-turn karma, which is kind of cool sometimes. But yeah.
So one thing that I do think is a little interesting is that to me, it's not 100% obvious that the spreading portion of that ability requires you to not glance now. Like, I almost feel like I think it requires you to not glance the unit you target,
Yeah.
not the other ones.
Yeah.
I think there's a good chance that like Tomoe is going to be essentially like the follow-up, make everything consistent unit that we've all dreamed of potentially, where it's just like,
Yeah.
oh, I glanced this garbage on these, and I didn't spread my despair stun to 4 units instead of 1. Like it might. Again, the wording is a little weird, but it sounds like it might actually be pretty ridiculously good.
I mean, it would make sense that it doesn't really have to hit the rest. It would actually make sense.
It seems like it's going to be a single target skill, yeah. But
Yeah.
Well, no,
I'm not
I
sure.
think it's. I think it's well. They only replaced 1 clause in there. I think it's still going to be an AE skill, but it spreads based on the unit you select. So, but because of how that works, I think it's gonna, like, I don't know. A lot's gonna go into it, but like, because they could code that any way they feel like, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do think it's still an AE attack.
I don't think it will be. I guess we'll find out when it comes out.
Well, no,
more-
like, because the other part of her skill is she's like, they didn't replace her ATB absorb portion based on the
that's
number
right.
of turns.
You are
Like, that's
correct.
still.
Yes. Okay. It's AoE. It's still AoE. You're right. I totally forgot about
Yeah,
that.
but yeah, AoE, but like, is it going to actually hit the rest?
I think
You
it.
know?
Well, yeah, I don't. Who knows, right? I think it will hit them all. I think though that the portion that spreads the extra status probably doesn't require you to not glance. I'm crossing my fingers for that at least, because that was my biggest problem with her always was,
Yeah, that
oh,
would
they
be
dropped
nice.
2 water units. I guess I lose. Okay.
Yeah.
Because she wouldn't even. I feel like she's still gonna glance. Because, well, who knows? We'll wait and see. But just because from using Tomo, and so do I. It's like you try to extend the stun on a water unit, and she didn't res you. She glanced, and then that means the extension didn't happen. I feel like that coding is going to be carried over, just because that's how Comtois likes to be. They like to deliver a fake promise, and then they're like,
Here's
"Oh
a-
no, this ends up being shit because it glances."
Can you? Okay.
Yeah.
Here's a quick question. Can you put skills that don't have cooldowns on extra cooldowns if you have an ability that increases their cooldown further than it normally would be? Like, what I mean is like, if like karma can increase something's cooldown longer than, so
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious if that'll work on Riley's skill 4. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure Karma says when they use a skill with a cooldown.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. On Riley's skill 4, just nothing works. It's literally invincible.
Strongest skill of all time, apparently.
Yeah, I just don't get why they haven't done anything about Riley. Like, even a silence would be just something. It's not like a lot of units have silence, but at least make it applicable to it. I don't know.
No, we spoke about this too. Something should apply to Riley. Like, she shouldn't be invincible to not use that skill, like, or always avoid all chances to null her from using that skill. She can just use it whenever she pleases, and something should apply to her. It really should, and no, they haven't addressed it this patch, so maybe we just have to keep crying about it, and then it'll be okay.
Yeah, we'll see.
I think that's pretty much it for Tomoe. There's going to be a lot of combos, obviously. There's plenty of units that you're going to use Tomoe with. It's no secret, so nothing's really changed for who you use her with. It's just probably better now. But it's better with single target debuffers, right? Like, who am I thinking of? Like, I'm going to actually, maybe I'm spoiling my comp too. Well, it doesn't matter. It's going to be on stream anyway. With Herney, if I can make that 3-turn Oblivion and defense break AoE, I'm pretty happy.
I think they got. Good. Oh, you're saying with Nyx though, but yeah, they.
No, even without Nyx. Well, it can be 4-turn. No, because she's already 3-turn without Nyx.
Yeah, she's already 3. Yeah.
Well, no, I thought they got rid of the extending debuff portion though. It'll be a. Wait, is Herney 3-turn Oblivion?
Yeah, 3-turn Oblivion and defense break. So she just if she keeps the turns, which I imagine they do, because they would specify 1 turn. So an AoE 3-turn Oblivion from just Herney Tomoe, and if Nyx on the field,
and you would have the karma as well,
and you absorb all their ATB back to 0
with the defense break, so she can do a bit of damage on that.
And
break too.
Nerf Tomoe, okay? Nerf.
All right, we gotta nerf it.
You gotta get her out of here.
Yeah, that's my spoil. That's what I'm excited to do.
I'll be right there with you. Well, I'll definitely be running Tomoe Nyx shenanigans very quickly.
David Nyx some wizards.
And Herney. You gotta use Herney.
No, I'll be using Disgusting Isis, so they'll have 4-turn.
Oh, so luxurious. So luxurious.
I don't even gotta spread the. But the main thing though is that, like, Tomoe Isis actually makes Isis finally consistent because you have a second chance to spread all that garbage. So if you miss like a critical one,
baby. Yeah,
I know.
That's gonna be nice. She's a very viable 24 lead now.
The biggest thing I'm really curious about though is she spreads a debuff, right? And she spreads probably the same duration. If you have Nyx on the field, does everyone else get incremented by 1?
100% they do, because even if Triton throws a 2-turn bomb, or any of the Poseidon, whatever they're called, the Emperors, they throw a 2-turn bomb, it goes down to 1 turn when it's thrown. So his effect still applies, like, in that situation. 100% it does.
So if
it doesn't, it's bugged, which is very common to Nyx go through numerous bugs. I always have to report it until it gets fixed. So
we're rolling 4-turn Oblivions with Tomoe Nyx Isis or Tomoe Nyx Herney.
Yeah.
Or Herney. Hold on, Herney will be up to 5.
4-turn.
Isn't it 3 base?
It's 3 base, but Tomoe doesn't extend it.
No, but you have Nyx, so it goes up to 4.
Yeah.
And then when she spreads it, everyone else gets it, and it goes up to 5.
What?
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't extend anymore.
No. With Nyx, like Nyx, when it gets reapplied, it should increment it by 1.
Oh.
So
wait, is it really gonna work like that?
Wait,
it'll probably work like that.
Wait.
I didn't even think about that. You're right. It would be fine.
Yeah, so you get a 5-turn. You get a 5-turn.
Okay, so you have Nyx, you have Tomoe, and you have Herney in the team. So that's your whole team. You need 1 more unit there. What are those 3 units going to do?
I can put Sierra if I need another.
You need 1 more unit.
And another stripper would have to be added in there. Could be more. It could be Chiwu. Chiwu would suck ass though. So it'd have to be more. It has to be a stripper that I have to take let's say 4th unit. It has to be a stripper that does something. And according to my box, it would only be more. Maybe Triton. Triton's kind of useless when you have AoE Oblivion though. And no, I guess the cleansers you want silence. So maybe Triton, but it's less desirable.
It'd be annoying though, fighting Riley's though.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to be able to do anything to Riley, and then there's probably going to be something else in the team.
I mean, you just bring Carnal, and then
Carnal solves everything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you do Carnal.
Yeah, but then you don't have a stripper.
No. Well, no. 4th unit is a stripper. 5th unit is some sort of.
Okay, so the stripper gets banned.
Well,
Nyx is your stripper.
And also remember, if you have Nyx go
strips.
if you have Nyx go in front of Tomoe has a single target strip whenever you're doing Karma.
Yeah.
So like you have
that's
you
true.
do have
That's true.
you do have a little bit of a fixer. I mean, it may not be 100% consistent, but like basically on average, at least 3 people on their team has a 5-turn Oblivion. Is all I'm saying.
Which is pretty juicy. If that's assuming it should work like that, from what I know about Nyx and all that shit, it should work like that. You're right. It should be a 5-turn whatever gets spread. If it's a 3-turn debuff, in this example, Herney. But enough spoiling my OP combo that may or may not come to fruition. Let's go now. Water Shizuka, Water Onimusha Shizuka. There's nothing to really talk about. Just 2 turns.
It's one more turn
Which is good.
turn beneficial effects.
Yeah, I don't think she needed another buff, but it is a good.
Yeah, I don't think she did.
I think she's going to be not even sleeper OP. I think she's going to be literally.
Yeah, she's going to be
OP
good.
as fuck. Like if you can manage to fit an invuln into your team, and she's just dropping 2-turn invulns like every future. I mean, like 1-turn immunity. She's going to go from basically 1-turn immunity plus whatever to now 2-turn immunity, 2-turn invuln to your team, including the disruption, and she can skill cycle herself with skill 2.
Yes.
Like it's
I think it's really strong.
Little busted.
Yeah, it is. I mean, even now she's really good. I don't know. This buff was kind of weird.
Yeah,
we're gonna be begging for Oliver to come back to save us from Shizuka. I'm pretty sure.
Or he's gonna stay the same because he's still good as he is now, right? So
yeah.
Maybe that's a twisted sense of balance, but I don't. This was not necessary. This is the buff nobody asked for, just like Douglas. This is what this is.
I'm running nothing but Shizuka triple revenge bird. That's all I'm running.
Oh my god.
She's gonna be so good with Water Monkey too.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, that's the one.
Chime in your dumb idea, didn't you?
I mean, that's a lot of wind, but a lot of water, but still.
There's nothing else to really say about her. Let's not waste time on her. Beast monks, the dumbest fucking buff. It's good.
I like this.
Dumb. I do like it. But it's not what anyone asked for, right? What's the number one thing we all asked for fucking beast monks?
Leaders.
Yeah, relevant leader skills, whether it's Guild Wars or global something that's not dungeons for fucking.
I mean, they could have just added them in this patch. Like, I don't know why they're waiting still. Like, with this buff, they could have added the leader skills, fixed the beast monks forever, and just.
No, it's a good buff, but it's not what anyone asked for. Nobody asked, hey, what if all the beast monks strip with S1 while still maintaining their debuff? Oh, that's a pretty good idea. Let's check what everyone's. Did somebody ask for that? No.
There's no way they're actually like listening to what people are saying.
They are not. What's their exact words? We've been paying close attention to user opinions. Yeah, they weren't. They were just. Joe Blow in the bathroom was taking a shit, and that's the idea that came out of his head.
And paying close attention doesn't mean they're gonna actually agree with you.
Though.
True. Just do what they please. But yeah,
but like, there's so many ideas, and then like they just waste more time to make different ideas.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, it's a good buff. Okay, I really like it. I think we might see beast monks.
We are. I'm gonna use it in my
some
Shazam
defenses.
defense.
I mean,
like, sure,
I'm not gonna lie, Shazam for sure. Like, he's actually nice.
But
well, actually, so
imagine. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, technically, that turned Shazam into a mini. What's her face? The light Beast Rider. Yeah, it turns him into a mini Narsha because he goes into a strip armor break. So
super many.
I mean, but as a setup, right? Like, it's on his skill 1. He's gonna do it every turn. Like,
yeah.
If you
for Guild Wars Siege, it's even better than Narsha.
Yeah. Maybe we'll see. Like, I'm not saying it's bad by any means. Like, it's good. It is good. Kumar got robbed a bit, but for the rest of them, it's pretty good. Kumar they should have just gave it branding on S1 or something. That would be
Chandra is going to be kind of disgusting in some cases. Also,
nobody. Yeah, I guess so. Actually, that's right.
Same with Ritesh. Strip provoke.
Ritesh is going to be sick. That's why I want them to have leader skills so we can make better, diverse defense. Because nothing changes when siege defenses, because you're still forced to take a unit to provide a leader skill. And yes, you should be taking a leader skill in your arena or siege defenses, sorry. There should be something that gives you more stats or something in a siege leader skill. And you're still limited a bit. Like, yes, they strip. They could fill a stripper role in your defense, but they strip one buff. Still, only one buff, except for Kumar. They only strip one buff. So it's not like, give him the leader skill so you can still, like, the amount of combinations you have is nuts. I can actually run Nyx. I've always wanted to run Nyx Ritesh on defense, just to see how it plays out, just so I know if it's going to be super shit or not. But they need a leader skill to give those extra stats, whatever those stats may be, to like really show if it's going to be something that's worth exploring or not. Just,
I agree.
It's a good addition, but we wanted leader skills. I'm still going to complain.
Maybe next time, you know?
Oh no, yeah, we said that for 7 years. We've been saying maybe next time for 7 years. Don't hold your breath. Definitely don't fucking hold your breath when it comes to
like
that.
every Beast Monk is an entirely different unit than when the game started, and they still don't have leader skills.
Yeah.
I did get clapped by a level 39 Kumar the other day. I think that was last night, actually. Because I forgot he cleansed. And he cleansed my whole...
Yeah, he does cleanse.
It kind of made me sad. But they should have gave him a cool addition to S1. Like a full AoE... Or not full AoE. A full strip on S1.
Skill 1.
Skill 1 AoE strip, the new Iris.
Ooh.
Even more consistent. This is 100%.
No. Not bad idea. Not bad.
Oh, I got another nasty idea for a team.
What's that?
Now that you mentioned Iris, you can use Tomoe. Tomoe Iris on Swift, and then you go, if they're both on Swift, right? You karma with Tomoe, then you follow up like tuned right after it a Iris like strip silence, and then you can spread the silence to at least one other unit, assuming you don't have any other strippers in the game. Like you basically shut down 2 units.
Potentially shut down 2 units. Yeah.
Potentially.
I think
it's not that good, but
yeah. Look, we're gonna pass a unit, and then Apps is gonna come in like, hey, but if you pair with Toma,
basically, listen, Tomo's the new hotness. We're done with that Oliver shit.
I'm not in denial. I do agree.
Hey, she has a speed lead.
Woo! That's pretty much why.
Actually, a speed lead with a combo piece. Oh yeah, but whatever. On to the next one.
Masha, I'm telling you, we're gonna come back to it. Don't worry. I'm gonna talk about another unit, and then you're gonna tie in Tomo somehow. All right.
Masha adds armor break.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. He's already coming back in. I don't get why they did this change, but maybe I'll reread it and I'll figure it out. Because I read it first thing when I woke up, and I couldn't comprehend. I always do that every patch. I read it when I wake up before I even had coffee, and I never understand what's going on. So I would read it again. Gains well, what did they take out? So I think they took out the attack bar increasing effect, right? For the extra bar you get from using ATB on her, right? So gains immunity instead, and decreasing the attack bar decreases effects by 50%. So that's still the same. Also, your attack speed increases whenever this up to 5 times. So why? Does anyone have any ideas why this is a thing where they remove the ATB gain, the additional ATB gain, and changed it up for immunity?
I don't know. I mean, it makes her a lot more
safer.
Like it also it's safer, but I mean it's if they were planning on putting a big hole in like Wind CC cleave, this is a pretty good one because you can't really push her back. Like your first strip, like I don't know, basically anyone running ATB manipulation now is going to have this as being like, oh, this is that thing I have to now deal with like every game. Like I don't know if Wind CC cleave is going to live through this one. Honestly,
it's actually kind of cool if you like run Etna, Masha, and now both of them don't have to be in Will, but they will get Will because of like their skills.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So like you're putting immunity and you're not even trying basically.
So you can rune her on Swift and not be punished immediately if, like, let's say you're facing a team with full immunity. Like that off-brand Chew that's on immunity.
And you could CC the like strippers, I guess.
Yeah,
So
especially if
if
you're doing
Olaf
F and
actually
Masha.
can't do anything, yeah. That would actually be fun.
So there is viability to it. There's a couple.
Yeah, for
spots where-
sure.
Okay. If you think about like
Yeah,
there was some memes I would use her with like there's obviously the ragdoll owners who may or may not be upset about this. I don't know how often they were drafting their Masha with their ragdoll, but
There's no
I
need. There's Antares already ready.
yeah, I guess
There's
that
no
was the
need.
superior one. But I used to run her at a certain speed, perfectly tuned with my Hey Gang. Like not too, but tuned like I had her at the perfect amount of like plus speed, which was like I think plus 100 at the time with my Hey Gang speed. So when they did strip my Masha, she gained an insane amount of bar to go up. Who else did I pair with her? Trying to remember. I think I actually paired it because I still paired it where if Hagang and her were stripped, Hagang still moves in front, but she would move immediately after, even though she was like minus 100 speed based on compared to everyone else. But her base
Yeah,
speed
she's just like
output-
trucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I also paired, I think, with my nemesis Lydia at the time too. I think that's all I was thinking of. So that is pretty much out the window, even though I used it only like a couple times in my lifetime. But I can't think
Yeah,
of
I feel
any
like it's
other.
a fair trade-off.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
any other
it might-
ATB gain unit that's relevant.
Yeah, it might have just been like kind of one of those things where it's like if she still had the ATB gain and she was gaining all that speed and she got will every turn, she just literally becomes uncontrollable, and then just like everyone dies, and it's just like
Yeah.
okay, well, Masha entered the game again. All right, well,
It's kinda
That's the
cool.
only
It
beast
is kinda
rider I don't have.
Oh,
Out of the normal ones.
oh,
I really
do you have
want
do you have a Liam? I'll trade you my Masha for a Liam.
I'll give you my
No, I
Liam.
don't.
I'll give you a Liam for a Dominic.
Ooh, oh, I don't know.
I want Dominic though.
Yeah,
Dominic-
I don't know.
Dominic's a
Dominic is
juicy lad.
spicy.
Dominic is gonna be the
But
fun
Liam
one.
is ignore armor, as you like to word it.
I mean, so is Dominic.
Technically, it's Dominic. Yeah.
Most likely,
Probably.
potentially ignore
Potentially,
armor.
yeah.
I guess that's all for Masha. But she is going to be
Yeah.
good. I think you also sold me on it. Give me a couple options. Like I'll definitely rune mine up to be used. You
I
should get
really
runer
want her.
on like plus 100 speed anymore with like your random ATB gain units, right? And then that's it. But it's not like she has low base speed anyway. What plus 126 makes her a lot easier to rune. A lot.
Yeah, I mean, I think you just build her on like literally just like those what I kind of thought were a little gimmicky, like the 340 speed Mashas and stuff. I think are going to be pretty much the standard Masha after this one.
Yeah, I can see that. And she's gonna. Oh man, because of her speed gain too, she's gonna lap like a madman on you. Because once she gains, was it the 5 times? Because your attack speed
15% each.
50%. Whenever your attack bar increases. Oh, but you still need to. Oh no, her S2 gives her bar, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so she can at least self-sustain. Well, not self-sustain, but self-buff her passive.
Cycle,
If you want to word it that way, yeah. Okay, so it's not horrible. Okay. All right, enough Masha. Unless you guys have any unique ideas still.
No, I've never been a real Masha user, so
Well, you will be now.
maybe.
Water
I'm
Moist
sorry.
Demon. They added that glancing head does not occur when you attack. It's a cool add-on. Makes sense. So it's not a shitty. You can kill a Diana when he comes back or something.
Yeah, he can do whatever he wants now, pretty much.
So I did fully skill. Oh, I guess I can ruin mine. Why not? Why not?
It also means you can make speed Belial teams in any dungeon.
I didn't think of that.
It also means you can run Craig Belial in a cleave comp. And then you one-shot
yeah, because if Craig reduces your HP, he's gonna do some ignoring with that S2.
Yep.
Oh man,
Kinda juicy.
Put attack buff, and it's just
Craig.
need a
So
Craig.
Craig was shadow buffed. Craig got shadow buffed right now.
True.
There's gonna make Jin a good unit, and then it'll be even better. Just so Craig can be used with a speedly that isn't a crappy 33.
Yeah.
I think that's actually a good point though. So you can use him in most PvE dungeons now, and he's really good in RTA against some of the like pretty much Diana is the only maybe Dominic if he's going to become relevant enough. That's pretty much it, and he'll be
Yeah, you
cool
can kill
in Siege.
Dianas now.
Yeah,
That's
he'll be
good.
cool in. Oh, he'll be really good in Siege. If you take 2 fat units plus what's his name? Let him be the target of some wind unit. Let him die. Comes back. You just have to survive those 12 turns, I believe, right? 12 turns.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he comes back, he'll one-shot anything you want without any worry of anything. So that's pretty good. So yeah, very viable buff. That's juicy.
Yeah.
For some reason, Zeratu now strips.
It's
Am I
because of
reading
Obabo.
Fucking Obama. Oh, right. Wait, or
It's
did
because
Thompson
of
recently
Obabo.
pull it? Did Thompson pull Zeratu?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I just know
He probably
Obabo
did.
pulled.
He probably did. That's why he got buffed.
Yeah, he probably
That's a
did.
good buff. How about
Yeah, it's
somebody
a really good buff.
really good?
I mean, now
Yes.
he has protection, he has strip, he has damage, he has attack buff too. Like, he hits like crazy. He's got dots, right? As
Yeah.
well.
Strip dot OP. Dots are so good. So yeah.
I
Takes
mean, it's gonna be crazy. Not gonna lie. I mean, his base speed kind of, makes it a little bit tougher to ruin.
95.
He's not
right?
easy to ruin, that's for sure. But like,
I think he's still
still,
ass.
Thanks for the
we'll
chime
see.
Well, if you give him, he's not normally built on like crit rate as in crit rate slot 4, is he? Or is he like a forced crit damage unit?
He's not, but you could maybe because of additionals and the dots.
For speed, just to make up the speed, right?
Yeah.
If you want to push him in front of other units so he could strip for you.
What does he awaken into?
Uh,
Does he have like a skill awakening, or is it?
let's take a quick peek. Let's see how
Is it
busted-
crit?
No, it's not
Maybe
speed.
it's crit.
I think it is crit. If it's crit, then yeah, he's definitely staying on crit damage.
It's
Wait, where? Oh, there you are. Crit rate. But there's a relevant awakening. How nice.
yeah, that's good.
Is that
Yeah, that's
under?
good. That's
Hold
good.
on. Is that under Forbidden Power that he got that?
Yeah, forbidden power. Yeah, the passive.
Nice. So yeah, that's gonna be pretty sick. So every hit. So yeah, he doesn't even need much accuracy either on a triple
Yeah, and
hit.
it's 100% activation on every single hit.
Pretty juice.
That's pretty nutty.
It's really nutty. So anything else to add to that, Apps?
No, I wish I had a Zeratu.
I guess that's an input. It is. That would be my wish as well.
Basically, just a Baba buff. He's gonna run Bella,
Bella,
Zeratu plus Han. I mean,
Oh.
it's actually really good.
Yeah,
I don't like this.
I don't like Obabo anymore. I don't know why. Something about his units always getting buffed. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not the only Chimera that got a buff. We got AoE Provoke Rakan now, which we don't know if it's going to be an AoE, a physical AoE or a magical AoE where it just falls provoke onto everybody.
It's probably gonna be like the Bison, right? The Wind Bison.
Well,
Yeah,
Wind
you can see
Bison
that.
hits everybody. Wind Bison hits
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
everybody.
he hits. No, who was I
Yeah,
talking
I
about?
think it sounds like Rakan's going to be a magical one, which makes it way, way, way better.
It would be like stupidly better in that case. But
Yeah.
his rune requirement went up significantly in a hard way. But thing is, everyone's
True.
like, "Oh, use Nyx Rakan." Yes, it'll be good, but I'm also a former avid Nyx Jean user, and all you need to do is take a Verd, and you're botched. Like your opponent has to take a Verd, and then you're botched out of your.
Or a Veromos.
Well, Rakan's still going to have Collapse Revenge. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
if Rakan bops, then, and especially because you're now taunting their whole team, and every time he Collapse Revenges, if you still have Nyx in it, you strip off their buffs, and you get a 2-turn taunt again.
yeah.
And he's doing damage. Like, I mean, I'm not going to say it's going to work every time, but there's going to be some comps where if you draft those two and they let you have them, they
Wait.
just die.
The Revenge Collapse is gonna put.
That's how it reads because it's under the skill Collapse. So Collapse gets used.
Wait,
again.
that is kind of crazy.
It can be.
I haven't thought
crazy,
about the Revenge Collapse.
Yeah, you kind of forgot about that, didn't you?
But like his rune requirements now are insane.
Yeah.
Like insane. Because he literally needs every single stat in the game except resistance.
I might put him on Vampire. I have a crit rate.
The Vampire I think is probably gonna be a little bit better.
Yeah. Just because you want him to sustain taking all those provokes, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, you wanna get the most use of it, yeah.
Thing is, I don't know how much accuracy vampire runes I have laying around.
It's just way too hard though, because like he needs to be fast now. He needs to be on crit damage. He needs to be on a lot of HP.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to have good, like decent defense at least. Attack is like, not really important.
Wait, Ziggy, can you go into Recon quickly? Check his awakening. Save me from leaving the screen every time.
It's isn't it the skill awakening?
Pretty sure they
or
all awaken
something?
into accuracy.
Oh, it's accuracy,
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, it is.
Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That's better. It's better.
It's not better. That's pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
For 25, so good for accuracy.
That's true. It's good. But still, it's gonna be hard, even with that, because like he needs to be on crit damage.
Mm-hmm. I don't.
So,
if you
I
have
don't think
decent
you need
enough
more.
artifacts,
I think just crit rate.
yeah, if you have decent enough
I don't know.
artifacts, or the craziest vampire set on Earth, that's one or the other is going to be beneficial.
Yeah, maybe it's gonna be less about damage and more about CC,
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
Yeah. So like you'll still want the damage. You still want to be healing if he can, if he's on vampire, obviously.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I already know if like I have this one artifact that's accuracy and crit damage S3. So that's gonna be it's like pretty efficient. It has both and I got a double roll on each one. So like example, like if people have artifacts like that, then it's gonna be quite the carry for them.
Oh, by the way, I have to step back for a second to bring up another Tomoe point.
Oh, let's hear it.
You know how we really hated Oliver plus Gianna?
Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine that, except now she spreads the Gianna stun and bombs.
Ooh.
Wait a
You're
minute.
now getting it's a 2-unit double turn CC because you're taking a first turn stun into a second turn bomb.
And then imagine you add Nephthys on top of that. Even though like Nephthys already does her thing, but
Yeah.
rotate the
I'm
card.
gonna have the message come to us, man. I had Tomoe and Cigar in my event, and I took Cigar.
Oh my god. Oh no. You could have waited, but you. Oh,
I got a
wouldn't
message in,
recommend it.
man.
Nobody expected a fucking Tomo buff of this caliber, though.
Dude,
Well,
I knew
I think
something
it is.
like that was gonna happen.
You did know? Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
You did know it was gonna happen?
Yeah, I know. They always do something to cuck me.
That's one way to know who's getting buffed. Just see what Acog
It's
doesn't
just-
choose.
It's fine. I'll just pull her, I guess.
Don't worry. Someone felt sorry for you and started feeding you LD5s at least. So there's that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, sure, they're not the best ones, but they exist. So
I'll take them. You know, when they raise the pores, right? So more is coming.
Copium.
Just gotta wait.
Well, that's enough for Recon, I believe.
Yeah.
Fire Sekhmet, which is Fire Desert Queen, gets a reduction on S3, which is kind of like pretty good because that's a 3-turn cooldown, and then she reduces her own cooldown, so she can spam S3 kind of like Oliver.
Doesn't reduce her own cooldown anymore.
Yeah, because she does
Pretty
reduce
cool.
her own cooldown if she takes something, right? So it's just
No, not
more.
anymore. Wait, does she?
Wait.
I don't think she
Yeah,
does.
it does.
Yeah.
I thought man, I haven't read that skill. I thought they got removed for the for it
There.
not resetting if you miss.
Yeah, it's still there.
Oh well, never mind then.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Segment is pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that was pretty good.
But
And
not as
ISIS
good.
gets the same
Yeah.
thing.
I know.
Same
Not as good as
treatment.
Ice. So what's the cooldown on that now, Apps?
Should be 4 turns, I think, fully skilled,
Pretty good.
which is pretty good for pretty.
That's been
pretty
asked
good for
for.
the 2.
That's
Yeah.
been asked for before.
I would rather them have added something to the skill, but I mean, honestly, like even little things can make stuff go from like not okay to busted. So, like, yeah, I mean, just being
Yeah.
able to cycle it a little bit better, especially like if you're a Nyx abuser as well. Like, it's now going to be a 3-turn silence on a 4-turn cooldown. So there's like 1 violent, and you're back in it with another 3-turn silence oblivion. So
Yeah, I like
Pretty
this
good.
change.
Yeah.
I think it's
Well, addition.
pretty
or
balanced
whatever, yeah.
change, you know?
Mm-hmm. So that's something good out of it.
And then we have Water Polar Queen,
For some reason,
which everyone asked for.
I know I was begging for this so I can finally take her out of my storage and 6-star her. But I don't think I will for some reason. But yeah, her freeze is increased now. Just so she has a
My
higher chance
favorite.
of spamming that S2 for whatever reason.
Well, I mean, it also means that she can, very minimally have a better chance of being included on a pseudo CC cleave. More of a cleave heavy than a CC one, but I mean, whatever. Cool, I guess.
Nothing really to say about it. For some reason, Teshar is now an AoE stun machine. Now, for some reason, nobody knows why.
He's gonna
But-
farm Aiden so well.
Unbelievable. The best Aiden farmer on Earth.
Man,
So,
I think you can actually implement it in a CC cleave or some shit. I think it's actually possible.
he does do good damage, right? I think they adjusted his stats, though, if I recall. I don't remember if they did it for better or worse.
It hits hard.
And isn't he an anti-revive now too?
No, that's
On his-
Pungbek.
Oh, was that was a Pungbake change? Okay, I had
that's
to read him on my
Pungbake.
phone, so I just sucked apparently.
Yeah, Pungbek change finally happened 30 years after. Teshar stunts. That's all you can really say about it. Oh, wait. I didn't even know that they buffed Pungbake. Can be revived just from the first attack.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Pungbake.
Pungbake is what Mephisto wishes he was. So now they need to buff
Oh.
Mephisto again.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what's going to happen. Oh, wait. Does it work in R5 if you use him as a crit lead and he uses S3? Now he can't be revived if he jumps. Is that how that works?
No.
I doubt
And
it. I
maybe
don't
if
think
it's
it's bugged.
bugged.
No, that's a
Maybe if
stupid
it's
joke.
bugged.
If it's bugged, let's hope it's bugged just for some crappy R5 farming.
For 12-second R5 teams.
Okay. Do you know how early we
Oh,
were
my
saying?
crystals.
You know how
And
earlier
then,
we were
they
saying?
have to refresh all of the fucking records again because of the nerf
Oh, that's
or
what
the
everybody
fix.
wants. Then everyone's have to re-ruin their shitty quick R5 team just for the record.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember how we were saying earlier how Shizuka got the buff that nobody asked for?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, but what about Chiwu? What the fuck?
Yeah,
Why
I
did-
The Chiwu one's really weird.
Nobody, I guarantee you, nobody on Earth said Chiwu needs a buff.
Yeah.
100
I mean,
nobody.
I know people that say like he's bad.
Oh, he's bad
like-
because of Verd. Other than Verd, he's perfectly
Yeah,
OP.
it's like
Like really OP.
I don't know, man.
Like I can't think of any justification for this buff at all.
Yeah, I mean, there's none.
None. Like I can't think why give Chiwu this buff, because I think they want to justify giving Triton another buff next patch, and they're just gonna keep buffing.
I mean, Triton already got buffed last patch, right?
Yeah,
He
so
got...
now Chiwu, and then next patch will be Triton again.
No, there's no way. I mean, Triton is so OP already, like a speed unit that I don't know.
Yeah,
Well,
Triton's really
just-
good.
But they want to
It's
buff
just-
it as much as they buff Chiwu, though. Because
So crazy to I don't know. The insane base speed makes it like just ridiculous in speed
Yeah.
fights.
It's a nice cheat code. But so, who requested this? What does it solve that we didn't know was a problem? I don't fucking know.
The great Comtois dartboard makes good decisions, and you will have to live with it.
You know why they did it? Because they need to help the Tianlang users.
Oh, Tianlang users were losing too much against Chiwu, so they had to give him attack bar gain, so that way
So
Tianlang
now,
can gain 15 bar after losing 30 bar. Yes.
but what if you resist with Tianlang?
Oh, so now we're gambling.
And
on
then Tianlang
15.
cuts your CC units. And then you're cooked.
So
That was the whole
100,
plan.
100 res panda is the new meta, is what you're saying, because of this Chiwu buff.
Mm.
Yes. Even though 100 res
Yeah.
doesn't matter. But yes. That's okay.
I mean, listen, if you have Tianlang, you probably have enough luck to resist anyways, so
That's true. Yeah. I've seen it multiple times.
yeah.
That's definitely what's going to happen. So congratulations, Tianlang owners. Now you're better against Chiwu, barely. Because you still lose 30 bar if you're on
I mean,
loyal.
So we were talking about this buff as well, because like people were saying how you can strip, and then you get so much attack bar that you can take another turn and strip one more unit if you miss like a unit.
Yeah.
But if you miss a unit already, you're gonna get max 90% attack bar. So your
We all
other
know why-
units might even move in front of him already. So it's like
we all know why this change existed. It's pure content. The first time a streamer gets a full ATB Chiwu that goes again and then gets a skill 1 sleep, it's just that man's going to tilt right off the planet.
Oh, content. Content.
and
That's
then
it.
you
That's
can't
it.
use your AoE skill that you are about to use because one unit is sleeping. Yeah, I don't know.
You get killed. Yes, that's the exact setup we've been looking for. Thank you, Contours. Oh, I didn't read what Dark Anubis buff, so this is cool. So you got a pretty massive damage buff, right? They made it a multi-hit without decreasing
it
damage.
gives a little bit more damage, yeah.
A little bit more, or it's literally double.
As much. Wait, what do you mean?
It's double
No,
because
the
total
it's the same
damage is
amount of-
unchanged.
Yeah, so it's just split into two hits.
Oh no! I
You
read
get
that
the
so
damage from
wrong.
additionals, like
Oh,
because his skill 1 is a multi-hit,
I'm embarrassed.
kinda. But like, yeah, I don't know.
I mean, the real buff is the refresh thing.
Yeah, so resets the cooldown of the wrath. Resets the cooldown of Deadly Wrath. If an ally enemy dies while the skill is on cooldown.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I don't know either. Like hitting twice for a higher chance of oblivion. Not oblivion. He does branding, right? He's an AoE brander.
Yeah.
So that has a higher chance of landing, and it will do more damage, just not double like I thought it was for some reason. Because I don't know, I'm illiterate apparently.
Yeah, but like, I don't know when you will ever use this skill twice. Like, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't
know. It's just
I
weird.
mean, it just makes him better on Violent, right? Because theoretically, if you finish something off with it, you can then just go again.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not.
Technically.
It's marginal. But I mean, again, it makes him quote unquote better, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, he's already just sort of a generally solid-ish unit that no one uses because he doesn't have a real good niche, but bruisers.
It's just really tough to use.
Maybe this sets up better for Molong now because he multi-hits. Gets him closer
Maybe.
to 70.
Maybe.
Or closer to the one-shot range. I don't know. Who knows? It's obviously better, but is it enough better? Who fucking knows?
Does he have like HP lead for Siege?
Actually, hold on.
No,
it actually does make him do a decent bit more damage, even with minus the additionals. Because assuming that, I mean, not a decent amount, but like 20% more, right? Because if he Oblivion's on the first hit, the second hit's going to get the Oblivion damage. So, I mean, it is an inherent DPS increase.
It is.
Yeah.
It's still, and then including additional damage, yes. Assuming there's additionals. You wouldn't really put additionals on the Bay anyway. You really want to stack like S2 crit damage because you want that to be your... That thing does have a nutty multiplier as it is. So if that thing finishes off a unit, then you can spam your S3 again and again.
Real buff would be like getting skill 2 to give you an additional turn if you kill. That would be the buff. Because like then you can skill 3 into skill 2 into skill 3.
What's his awakening now? I think it's a skill change.
Yeah, it's a skill.
That's
I think it's
horrendous.
second skill, right?
Imagine being an LD5 with a skill change awakening. Disgusting.
Yeah.
That would actually be really funny if they did that. I just want to see Dark Anubis like murking an entire team like one by one, just like never stopping.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be actually really scary. That would actually make it stupidly good. Oh man. Okay. Well, that's not what happened though, so fuck him.
Yeah.
Manananan can finally kill units on a single hit.
His dots.
Well, with his OP one turn dot. It does bring him to kill range, right? So it's not the...
But if you put Nyx and Tomoe with it, it'll add an extra 2-turn dot.
Put Nyx, just put a Nyx.
The segue specialist. Everything segues into
It's like
Tomoe.
everything goes with Nyx, so fuck it, man. Just
It's all I have.
That's all I have. Please, just let me be.
Dude, where's my Celia buff, man?
Matt, just
We
keep
had
waiting.
Viva Shell in the last one. It had to happen this one. But it didn't.
Straight copium. Straight copium. That's all that.
It'll
And
happen.
Ziggy
It'll
knew.
happen.
Ziggy knew. He said it.
Oh,
Unlucky.
man. Okay, we're almost done. We're almost done.
Unlucky, man.
All right. Pass Banana. Who gives a shit about him? Okay, Dark Ryu and Dark Striker. Effect change. So instead of what? Instead of wanting to increase the attack bar, it strips instead of the attack bar reduction.
Yeah, so he's a single target strip into before he does the AE extending debuff thing, basically.
Okay, so that's a nice addition.
Yeah, so you can
Yeah.
just use like I mean, it makes him more consistent because now you can draft him as like an inconsistent strip, like fixer basically. I mean, honestly, I'm going to use Nyx as an example here again, but I mean, like it would work for units like that.
Always
like,
Nyx.
well, like for instance, Nora 75% strip, but like you could do like a Nora Dark Ryu. He fixes up and then extends provokes by an extra turn or whatever. Like it's going to be really useful, I think, for teams like that where you're using a strip that's like OP if it worked every time, but it doesn't because Comtois hates you.
Yes.
And now you just have to have an LD5 to fix like an elemental Nat 5's skill. So
Yeah, I mean, or you're using a more, and then you go despair more, and then if you miss something, Darkrai is gonna strip that. And
yeah,
then,
exactly.
Yeah.
But you still want something in between more in him though, because you're
Yeah,
not spending.
I mean,
like,
if you do have something, yeah,
other
you
than
will
despair
probably.
stuns. Yeah. That's enough about him. Fuck that guy. All right. Undyne, Wind and Light, they gain Oblivion S2. They are adding more Oblivion to the game. That's a pretty good choice, but it's too bad that Delphoy has like a horrendous S3 because it's a 4-turn cooldown for whatever reason. That should be changed to a 3-turn. Then like a Delphoy would be like stupid good for offense, not obviously not for a defense, but yeah.
Yeah.
That's really all that applies here. It's just a siege unit. You can use Squeezer and RTA, but if that S3 was a 3-turn instead of 4-turn after skill ups, that would be pretty juice. That's enough about that. Sylphid, Water and Light. Who cares? Skip that.
The light one's the light one's actually gonna be pretty good now.
Stuns 1 turn for each chance. Wait, go on. Wait, why? Let's hear it.
Isn't it? So it now gives the immunity after the heal. So now she's a fairly consistent. Well, she's a permanent defense buff plus consistent immunity giver with a pretty decent heal on a low cooldown. Like I mean, it's not crazy, but it's like a much better unit now.
Yeah, it's like a 1-turn, I think, community though.
Not bad. It's kind of counterproductive.
Yeah, it's a cool buff.
If you stun the unit, but you gain immunity, then it's like you don't get to use your immunity most likely. But maybe you do if she moves last, I guess. Who knows? It's not horrible, obviously. So okay, never mind. There's some justification.
Fire Sylphid, insane buff.
Insane
buff.
I don't know.
Right up there
I didn't even know she decreased attack.
Best buff of the whole patch.
The number one thing about this addition for Fire Sylphid is that now I know she decreases attack bar, and now I know she does even more.
Same.
Thank you. Thank you. I didn't know before. Now I know.
It's a PSA buff.
Once again, our favorite reviver in the game, whatever her name is, I can't remember. What's her name again? Water Undyne? It's whatever.
Yeah, okay.
I don't remember.
Next buff.
I have no idea.
McKean, Mykinen? McKean or McKine, whatever. I don't know. Pronounce it how you please.
McCain.
McKean decrease the cooldown of healing breeze 1 turn unconditionally. Decreases the cooldown. Insanely good. Once again, when Sylpha gets a buff, let's pass it because it doesn't matter. It's only
Completely useless.
The light Sylphid.
Yeah, she gains immunity now.
1 turn to all allies with force.
With full.
That was the buff I was
HP.
referencing. Sorry, I'm not actually looking at it. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to understand it, but I feel like I don't want to understand it. So fuck it.
Basically, before they had to be full hit points before she would give them a turn of immunity. And now she gives it after she heals. So
okay, so yeah, that was good. I used her in Siege a couple times with what's his name, Malite. Now it's better. So that's good.
Like,
Okay.
why was
Maybe
it before? Anyways, like what?
it was stupid before. This is like the things
So
where someone's like
weird. So
glancing over
weird.
their dumb units and saying, "Oh wow, this is horrendous." That's what like Delphoy S3 should be a 3-turn cooldown. It does not break the game or anything. That's very standard nowadays for a 3-turn cleanse heal immunity. And it's low numbers too. It's only turn immunity, 20% heal. For some reason, I have this memorized, but yeah, it should be a 3-turn. Rune, the blacksmith, fire one. Went from 25
One that I'm
to
using.
35. Yeah, I saw you using it. I should use it in arena, right?
Yeah, with Lucifer.
Do you like that 10% more? Like, did you?
I mean, it's gonna be 10% to the 50%, which is 5% total
Oh,
of
well, I
the
guess
attack
it's
bar. So for
above the
for
buff.
my Lucian, it's gonna be like 45 attack bonus. So
not bad.
insane,
Like,
insane stonks.
what does he do per card now?
What?
What does he do per card now?
It's like he does like 21, 20k.
So that would be like
So it's gonna be
22?
like maybe not even that, to be
Oh,
honest. Probably gonna be
21.
like a couple hundred.
Insane increase. Water, that's a dumb one. Let's not even talk about it. The dark one.
Yeah,
for
they just got
Purple
like bonus activation, bonus like effects.
yeah, there's just
Nothing too crazy.
no. And for 2 to 3 turns, okay, that's a the effect chance went up to 85. Okay, so it's more consistent and it's better. Let's go. That's pretty
Yeah.
good actually. And then the beneficial hammer increase great for 3 turns instead. Whatever. Overhaul.
Yeah.
When Gray is activated, additionally reduces the skill to of all allies by 1 turn. Oh, that's kind of cool. You're not going to really use it still, but kind of cool.
Yeah, the light one's even more of a skill cooldown spammer, which is kind of neat just to have a unit that just does that. So
Yeah, but her S2 is the buff skill. It's like she's still not providing anything other. Like she's still just like.
Yeah, I feel like they're more just PvE
yeah
type of, just
Not even
offense type of
PvE,
units
yeah.
for stuff like that. Yeah.
No, it's not doing
Yeah.
much difference. Kung Fu Girls, once again,
The
they get
best
buffed.
buffs.
You think
I
so?
think
The whole
girls,
Agreed.
the Kung Fu girls are going to be very fun now, actually.
Yeah,
So
I
Fire
mean,
Dragon stuns for 1 turn, which
The
is
demon's on my
oh, yeah.
screen right now, dude. She's ready.
You're straight fucking delusional, Ziggy. It's a random AoE attack.
why the fuck?
Like it only
Not
strips
listen.
randomly, and it's a beneficial effect. A beneficial, meaning a single thing gets stripped.
Yeah.
She
Yeah,
absorbs.
I
She
really wanna-
absorbs attack bar with her S3.
Oh my god! You realize
I wanna-
that's that requirement?
It's not gonna
I
do
wanna
anything. I mean,
I actually want to build Faye as a counter slow team, basically like the way people use Leica. Just give her like not a crazy amount of attack, but like build her kind of tanky, but with like good crit rate, crit damage, and then just
Man.
let people like hit her occasionally, and then she just fucking goes off with her
Faye
skill.
has so many options. Like we just talked on stream, how you can build her on triple revenge if you want to, just so you could spam that skill 1.
Yeah.
Because like using skill 1 has a chance to proc skill 2. Using skill 2 has a chance to proc skill 3.
Yes.
And like you can just run that all the time. Like they can hit you and you can revenge skill 3.
And
Like
and
that
just
shit is
delete a team.
insane.
That's gonna it will actually be kind
It's
of
insane. Because like it's a low chance, but it's one of the most fun things that you can imagine in this game. To be honest, it just sounds so fun. Like I don't know.
You hate RNG, but at the same time, you love it.
Yeah, but
That's
like
not-
that's a cleave unit, It's
Yeah.
like very low chance. So like I thought with Tableau, using her to go like once, and then Tableau gives her another turn, and then she can go maybe like skill 1 again, maybe try to proc something. Jamire goes, and then Tableau goes again, and then you're just trying to proc her thing so many times. It would actually be hilarious.
That would be fucking
Yeah,
hilarious if you could pull it off. I wonder how consistent it would be, but with Tableau Jamar,
Oh
obviously,
my god.
your chances increase.
You guys hear the lightning?
No.
I didn't.
You guys don't hear this?
You mean the lightning from the summoning henge? Well, I pull a Juno?
No.
Oh, not that one.
No, you're pulling a Dominic. I need to get
Oh.
a Liam.
I hear it. I hear it.
Except I'm saving for the collab, so I don't get Liam. Maybe once the collab comes out.
Maybe. That's probably the perfect time to pull a Liam when you're trying to get the other ones.
Yeah.
Other than Faye and Ziggy's delusional Lume OP.
Ziggy's pulling an LD5 right now on stream.
There's the lightning we were listening for. Phoenix stat change. I don't know why they increased the HP of and the water one. I didn't even catch that before. So that's whatever. And then Pioneer is more of an attack type now, which is probably like 800 attack, maybe 800 something. He loses HP, obviously, probably be like 10k. And Oberon, finally after 30,000 years. That used to say
there's so many units like this.
Yeah.
It was saying accuracy. There's so many units like that have these dumb awakenings that just I don't know.
And they're
that
saving
make no sense at all.
Yeah, and this is the line. There's a couple other ones, but this is like the main filler in the patch where like this is obvious. You know, like don't put it on here saying, "Oh, look, we're doing something cool that nobody expected us to do." No, this was fucking expected to be done when Fairy Kings were released. There's no point to do it for give him resistance then. Now it makes sense he has crit rate. It always made sense he had crit rate. So this is filler text that shouldn't have been filler text.
I like how they put one. You know?
Yeah.
They put one unit.
Just one.
There's so many units like that. They put one unit.
There it is.
So they're gonna put one unit every balance patch that gets like an awakening change. Bro, this game is gonna, like, they're planning to go 100 more years to fix all these things.
Yes.
Like, I don't know, man.
That's their long-term plan, business strategy. Stretch the time that we buff obvious stuff. Or not even buff, you shouldn't even call it. It's like actual balancing. Not even balancing, because it wasn't even broken or shitty in the first. Well, shitty, but yeah, whatever. I know what you mean. You know what I mean. And that's the patch. The last thing doesn't matter. Overall, we'll end it on this. Overall thoughts of the patch. What do you think?
I like it. I think there's a lot of new, like there's gonna be a lot. I mean, not a lot, but like at least 4 or 5 new, like actual strategies that did not work before that are now a possibility to at least try out. And then they nerfed the obvious stuff that was pretty OP. So I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty optimistic about it. They didn't touch the RNG meta very much.
No.
But making Tomoe more consistent might actually have a dent in that, even just on its own. So, I mean, I'm pretty optimistic about the Tomoe buff, but I'm always optimistic for first week. So.
Yeah.
What do you think, Acog?
Yeah, that's how I feel. I feel like the balance patch is, it's okay. There's some nice changes, but I feel like most people will not even dare to try out some of these things, and they will stick to like what's winning them games.
Dianaver?
So it's gonna be like that. Maybe I'm gonna try, Apps is gonna try, you're gonna try. Ziggy, we're gonna try stuff. We're gonna lose points, maybe get some points.
I'm in C2.
We're gonna
There's
try
no
out
way
some
I can
fun.
drop anymore.
But at the end of the day, I feel like people will still stick to what's the best thing that I can draft.
Antares.
And like, that's just how it is. When there's a power creep in the game, it's gonna be tough to see versatility.
It really is. I don't.
But yeah, that's what I think.
I think it's pretty decent overall. I just hope that this Oliver thing is not the end of it. If it needs more, they will do more sooner than later, meaning the next patch. They'll let him reign for another 2 seasons. Other than that, I think all the buffs to the other units, the Weapon Masters, the Onimushas, Beast Monks are it's something. And potentially like other, like Masha being a counter pick. And the Water Demon being a decent counter pick. The rest of it, the Chiwu is a stupid thing, but it's there. it's acceptable. I didn't find myself totally hating on it right away, so hopefully it bears fruit, to say the least. Ziggy, you want to chime in, or are you dying of coughing?
This is the copium balance patch, where there's a ton of units on it that look like they could be good on paper, and then when you put them into actual use, they're just going to get clapped by the same things that all the other units in the game still get clapped by.
We're breaking the meta, boys. That's what's going to happen. Wide open.
That's just you with Tomoe and thought why you say that. That's it.
I don't think Tomoe's going to be that good, but I'm going to try her. She looks fun. I would have rather her kept the extend and then get that karma buff, personally. Because I like to use her with like Tyrone and stuff. I want to be able to extend freezes and slows and stuff like that. I don't really need her to spread it.
But if she doesn't glance with like hitting a water unit or whatever, if the spreading doesn't glance, I think it's going to be a really good unit. If it does,
that would be a great buff, yeah. But they could have done that and kept it the same.
Yeah, that too. Yeah,
so I don't know.
We'll see what happens. But you got to remember. Well, no, sorry, I'm thinking of Shizuka because like Shizuka spreads only one turn, but
she's the actual best unit on this patch.
Yeah,
Kung Fu girls are going to be fun, but she's the actual best.
Shizuka is going to be everywhere after this patch, in my opinion.
Be very scary, to be honest. Gonna keep that cigar ruined. Keep it shut down.
Yep.
Well, with that, we're gonna let Acog go to sleep. We're gonna let Apps go see his friend's wedding or something, whatever the fuck he's doing, wherever he is. Ziggy's gonna go back to bed, coughing himself to sleep.
He's gonna go watch the mountains.
They're gonna go. Yeah, he's still touching grass. He's gonna keep touching it. Then I'm gonna go. I don't know, be a family man or something. I don't fucking know what I'm gonna do. Anyways, thank you all for sitting with us for like over an hour and a half. This was planned to be 45 minutes. Yeah, here we are. Here we are. So good night, everyone, or good morning, wherever the fuck you are, and that's it. Peace.
Thank you for watching. See ya.
Yep.